problems that we have over here in the United Kingdom is the mainstream media. I'm sure it's like that though in your part of the world. I know particularly in America, they have it with things like MSNBC. They have these highly paid presenters who are literally given a platform to put out their own narrative, never questioned, never judged. And then of course when they get fired through low ratings, they kick off and go absolutely potty. But over here we have a very similar thing. You see, recently, and I found this fascinating, recently this particular company, LBC Radio, claims that they've got the highest reach ever and it's one of the best loved brands. Well, they kind of own most of the radio stations in the United Kingdom, so you can understand why they've got the biggest reach. But you see, what happens is this: by having the biggest reach, they invite people on, like this man, the current mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. And he is literally citing, well, everything apart from inclusion. Let me explain. Morning, chums, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your, well, have a lovely wave. Nice to have your company. Lovely red bus there. You see, I think is that going to Oxford? It's a lovely area on here where there's a bus that goes to Oxford every hour, I think, or 2 an hour. And you know, when you see it going past, I don't mind sharing that, you know, when you see it, you just love to be on it. It's a lovely ride. And then, of course, you step off in beautiful Oxfordshire, which of course is the home of Morse, Lewis and all of that. You watch those. I love them. I just love looking at the scenery and going, oh, I've been there. Oh, I've been there. Many, many years ago, you know, I worked for a short spell in the Randolph Hotel in Oxford. Amazing when you think, because of the history. So if you are in that area, gosh, I'm on a tangent now, but if you're on that area, do pop in that hotel. It's just got a lot of history attached to it. Back as ever though to your story of the day. This man, Sadiq Khan, famously put out the poster basically saying that these people didn't represent London, right? Oh no. No. Apparently, no, it didn't, so we had to have another poster. And as you see with Sadiq, he's always trying to, well, you know, divide. And none more so than a recent interview that he put out and was invited to take part in from the LBC radio company, part of Global Media here in London. Basically, he claims that, in fact, you know, we shouldn't be bothered about migrants because they contribute more to the economy than British people, right? Now, of course, he's failing to mention that there are migrants that come to this country who, you know, legally get work and do contribute to the economy, but not to the level that Sadiq really has mounted up. And what's frightening about this is he's clearly gone to the Rachel Reeves School of Arithmetic, because you can just call him out on this. But do LBC Radio bother to do that? Well, take a listen.
A skilled migrant will contribute on average £16,000 a year towards our economy. And that's when you include the public services he or she may use. By the way, compare that to a Brit skilled worker, that's £800 minus public services they use. And here's the lovely stat. A skilled migrant's family will contribute to the British economy £12,000 a year. That's when even when you take away public services they use. A British skilled worker's family takes from the economy £4,400 when you include public services they use. So the idea that skilled migrants are sponges or, you know, skivers isn't the case.
So as you can see, that's part of the problem. You have a man who's allowed to say this thing on air, never challenged or anything like that, doesn't produce any stats, just allows to say, well, this is the deal. And then, of course, the minute somebody says, well, you're being unfair or you're targeting white British people, oh, you're calling me racist. Well, what do you call a message like that? What you needed to say was, everybody contributes to it. Of course, there are certain elements in every country that don't necessarily work out for the best. But this isn't the way that Sadi works. And this is the problem. When you have a brand, as I say, like LBC, and alongside many other levels of the media, the problem that you have is that they're simply not truthful. And by calling them out on shows like this, then I allow you to make up your own mind. If you produce those cast iron stats, people might take him more seriously. For now, people see him as a man short on ideas and definitely short on common sense. Anybody else agree? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.